Good evening and salutations, my Jays fans. Hmm. You know, I'm glad this episode was an hour because it gave me an hour cool down. Because of course, our favorite Karen, Samantha the Karen, decides to once again grace us with her annoying ass presence. And in a lot of ways, I'm disappointed with Jason too. Okay, I talked about this in my live stream. I personally think that Jason is going way too easy on Sam. Okay? She comes in his office, his place of work, like a bat out of hell, right? Saying, "Where's Danny at? I can't find him." Sam, the moment that Jason's gotten back and you've been giving him nothing but straight attitude, you practically done told this man multiple times to stay away from Danny. Hell, if he comes near you, it's still somehow your fault, right? So if Danny's missing or whatever, that's on you. And he says, I don't know where he's at. Right then and there, that should have been the end of the conversation. No, 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 no. And again, this is where I'm just like, Jason has went way too easy. Let me tell you something, ladies. Okay? If you come at a man like that with that type of energy, they're not going to sit there and just be very passive aggressive like Jason was. Okay? She started getting mad to a point where she was talking about his tattoos. And Danny being like, it was almost like, well, you got tattoos and all this other stuff like that. Danny's going to sit there and get stuff like that. I'm like, are you kidding me? One of the things that Jason pointed out, and a lot of people in my live stream pointed out, is that she is being far too controlling. Okay? And she's getting to a point where she's being so controlling that she's making Danny feel like he has to lie, otherwise he's going to get in trouble. Now, she talks about how he was gone, this, that, and the third, and eventually the school calls and there was just a miscommunication, something in the system or whatever. So she calms down and she's about to walk out. And Jason tells her, well, she asks about their relationship, about him and Sunny's relationship, which is in all reality none of her business. Okay, you was already messed up. You was already wrong. The fact that you sat there and asked him about him and Sunny's relationship was completely out of pocket. And any man worth his salt would have just told her to just go. Okay? He's a boss. He's busy. Why is he answering your questions at this point? But he does sit there and say that he was an informant for the FBI. He was working for them and this, that, and the third for a while. And this is where she's like, okay, so this is the reason why you was gone so long. You didn't just choose to abandon your family. And he said that he was like, listen, I didn't abandon my family out of choice. What should really be shame on her is that she should have knew that. She should have gave him the benefit of the doubt. After how long they've been together, their good times, their bad, she should have gave him the benefit of the doubt. Okay? And this is where, a lot of people are upset with the writers and the way that they're portraying these characters because it's like they're coming in and they're acting like for the past 15 something years that we've been watching this show, we didn't see that. And you have these new data players that are coming in writing this stuff and completely destroying and retconning the history and the emotion behind it as though they just wiped our memories away. So you got that going on, right? And every time I see a scene with Blaze and Natalie, it just once again reminds me about why I'm not exactly too fond of Blaze. Because she comes in and she invites herself to this wedding. And then when Blaze is like, hey, listen, I'm going with Christina or whatever, she's like, no, you can't do it. It's a public event. People are going to be taking pictures and, they don't want, you don't want your fans to be sitting there thinking this, that, and the third. And she's a constant annoyance and pain in the ass. And somebody who Blaze should have fired a long time ago. But Blaze comes across as very weak, right? Not willing to stand up to her mother. And every time we see these scenes, it just reminds me of just like, God damn, could you grow a spine, a backbone, or something, and lay down a law on your own mother? You're a grown ass adult. You're not a teenager. Why are you so afraid to sit there and stand up to your mother? It is beyond ridiculous. And she thanks her for always looking out for her and stuff like that, which is fine, but it's like, the fact you are still sitting there letting this woman run your adult life is nothing short of sad and pathetic. Like, this is ridiculous. And she constantly comes in, she constantly steamrolls and steps over her. And she's just like, well, I appreciate everything you do. F all that. Like, you're a grown ass woman. You can constantly tell that this chick has no boundaries. And you are just letting her just push you. It's just annoying to watch. I don't even, I don't even remember if she actually is going to take Christina to the wedding or not. But, just even from Christina's standpoint, it's like, what are you doing with this chick? Yeah, she looks fine and everything like that, but like, Mommy Dearest is always going to be sitting there overstepping and saying things that she shouldn't be sitting there saying. Why are you dealing with this? Okay? From Christina's standpoint, you're just going out with a headache. From Deception's standpoint, they just hired a headache of an employee to deal with the helicopter mom. So far, she has not exactly been impressive, Blaze, I would sit there and say. Now, Gregory and Chase, get ready for this talk about telling Chase and Finn get ready to tell Gregory that, hey, he needs to sit there and slow down, not go to rehearsal, don't tire himself out, and just save his energy for the wedding. Gregory comes in and practically just makes their job a lot easier, right? He's like, listen, I'm just gonna not go. I'm gonna conserve my energy. I don't want to do it, but I want to sit there and be there for you for the wedding. So they just kind of look at each other like, "Ooh, well, that was thank you for making this a lot easier." So he was like, "Yeah, we understand," and yada yada yada. They want to sit there and hire a caretaker for them. Just overnight, just to watch them and make sure that they're good. And this way, Chase and Finn don't have to be worried that their dad is alone by himself. Now, it wasn't that long ago that he actually agreed to having somebody there for him. So this whole 180 of, what are you talking about? I don't need a total stranger and stuff like that. I'm good. I'm good to go. I'm just like, what are we doing? Why are you even sitting there fight? Why are you even sitting there fighting them on this? I mean, I do vividly remember him sitting there saying that he was cool with it. So where's the change of heart from? But it happens. They go back and forth, and Gregory throws the time that Finn and Jackie hooked up, right in his face. Finn walks off, and he talks to Alexis, and Alexis is like, well, your dad, he forgave you and stuff like that, and, you gotta trust it. I was like, well, he didn't forgive him. He literally just sat there and just threw up that incident in his face about 15, 20 minutes ago. What are you talking about? He forgave? What? I'm like, I'm not drinking. I know exactly what just happened. So how are you interpreting this as he forgave him? They talk it out. While that's going on, Gregory is apologetic, and Chase is like, no, it's okay, it's understandable. No, it's not. What are you talking about? What do you mean? What do you mean it's okay? How are you sitting there treating this guy with kid gloves? I get that he has, he's going through an illness and stuff like that. And you don't have to be rude or anything like that, but I felt like he should have kind of laid down the law a little bit. Like, bro, that was unnecessary. He was just coming there from a good place, from a good place, and they were worried about you. And you throw that affair in his face? Are you serious? But none of that. Not even the way that I'm projecting it. Somebody could have probably said it a little more nicer to me. But the point is, it still should have been said. Instead, he just pretty much just, oh, it's okay, it's fine, he understands. No, he doesn't understand. That's why he just left. What are you talking about? Um, and then I think Alexis calls him up and says, "Hey, listen, I need help with some stuff, for my defense. Could you help me out?" Gregory agrees, and so Alexis gonna, take care of him for the night, which is fine. But it's now. Let me know in the comment section. Did I misinterpret that scene? Because I feel like I didn't, but I don't know. Laura is, I don't even know what Laura is doing at this point anymore. She goes to Alexis's place to try to get some legal advice on how um, Heather can pretty much be kind of exonerated for most of her crimes. And, she gives her some advice, but she's also like, come on, she's been doing this for decades. We all sit there and act like for decades she's just been on this, oh, yeah, the metal poisoning and this, that, and the third. Like, really? Um, he says as a lawyer, listen, everyone has a right to a vigorous defense, but she says it like everyone has a right, but in all reality, um, Heather should be in the fiery pits of hell. Like, what are you talking about? Talks to Jordan, and Jordan pretty much says the same thing. Now Jordan is like, listen, I can't be objective because the people that Heather has hurt is way too close to me, including Rory, in case people actually forgot about that. But it, and Spencer. A lot of her crimes is motivated because of Esme and Spencer and everything like that. And it's like none of this is getting through this woman's head. On top of the fact that not that it really matters, but like her career can be in jeopardy for her trying to reach out and really trying to get this woman exonerated. I just it's like every time that she starts talking about Heather and trying to be all sympathetic, it annoys me just how stupid that they're writing her. Like, I get a certain level of empathy, right? But empathy, okay, real empathy only goes so far. And in the case of Laura, the people that got affected didn't just affect Jordan's family, it affected her own family. I mean, I can be as empathetic to a certain point, just being human, but goddamn, like, we're way past that point with Laura. Um, Now while Ava and Sunny are having breakfast or dinner or lunch or whatever, Olivia comes by. She gives her pretty much shade and everything like that. And Ava goes and answers the phone, gets a phone call, so she leaves. And Olivia's like, so you're not bringing this chick to the wedding, right? You're not going to do that, right? So they talk a little bit. Um, Ava comes back. I was about to call Lisa because Olivia says another smart remark, whatever, and she leaves. And Ava tries to invite herself to the wedding. Like, oh, just in case you're looking for a plus one or whatever. And Sunny's like, yeah, no, you're not going. I mean, what are you talking about? You're not going. And Ava has this look on her face like, well, why not? Because you killed Connie Falconeri and the family has a long memory, and me taking you there will be an act of disrespect. That's why. Oh, but they can't prove it, and it was so long ago. Ava, you must be out your forehead to actually sit there and say something that stupid. Clearly, she is. And then she gets to a point where she gets defensive. She's like, well, maybe me and Ava can sit there and find out our arrangements. Okay, maybe you can. I mean, the danger is pretty much gone, so if you want to leave, you can leave. I'm like, you can leave, you can stay, whatever you want to do. I can't believe she actually sat there and said it was a long time ago. And that's when Sunny was like, so was it that long when Ryan killed Kiki? How dare you throw that on my face? How dare you be an idiot and actually sit there and say something that stupid? How dare the writers actually sit there and write Ava in that moment of being that stupid? Yeah, we can how dare a lot of things if we're going to sit there and really go down the list. So she says some sort of smart remark or whatever, and she walks off, and I'm just like, I can see why some people are actually having issues with this show. I can see it. I don't think like I've seen some people go a little bit too hard personally online. I don't think it's that bad, but I can see I can see where some people are coming from. I'll sit there and say that. Uh, yeah, I feel like that's generally about it. Definitely went 6 minutes over the time I normally have it as far as doing these reviews. But I think that's about it. I might have missed one or two things, but I think you kind of get the gist of the episode. If I miss anything, you know what to do. Come to the live stream tonight. 8 p.m. Eastern, 5 p.m. Pacific. I'll be talking for an hour and a half about General Hospital, Days of Our Lives, Bold and Beautiful, and Young and the Restless. And with that being said, I'm going to go. I will see you in the next video and hopefully the live stream tonight.